And so as you're sitting here and Jim's talking about an angel network and I'm sitting here talking about an angel network, you're doing it for the first time. And so it appears daunting. Okay? And I'm going to suggest to you that it's not that daunting. But I'm going to also tell you that from the university standpoint, the primary objective here is teaching. That's their mission. Okay? And teaching is the overarching purpose. And I will tell you that students learn from getting their fingers dirty. As great a professor and teacher as he is, and as fun as he is to listen to, unless they go outside and do something physical, they're going to forget what he says faster than he wants to think so. Okay? Okay, so it's a great tool, this Irish Angels Network is a great tool for doing that. The university also benefits from bringing you people here today. Because whether you know it or not, the fact that you're here, you're even in the pre-conversation, you're bringing conversation up and you're making that a richer environment from it. So this Angel Network does that. The second benefit for the university is that for students, startup opportunities materialize where you actually have businesses. And while I don't know a lot about children, I think everyone here would agree with me that the economy here would be far better off if it had a broader base of entrepreneurial small businesses and not so dependent upon the large employer base that's here. This kind of a network truly is that spawns that kind of activity. And you can be part of that very first step in doing that. And the people here are smart. They're well educated. You need to provide them the soil in order to do it. And lastly, I'm going to suggest to you that the university benefits from it as well. And I'll be open about that. It does provide a platform for cultivating benefit. You're in the development area. Okay? When people make money and have a good experience from associated with something, even though they don't think about it in the front end, they will be inclined to do things further to support the university. And that's what you want to have happen, because you want the university to feed you. And the only way to get something to feed, the only way to get I'm from Nebraska, and I don't know about sheep, but I know about cows. And the only way to get milk from a cow is if you feed it. Okay? So if you feed the university can feed you. Secondly, it feeds research in the university, because these things here provide opportunities. Right now, I'm involved in a project on clean coal technology that I brought to the University of Notre Dame. We raised money for it, and as a precondition of money, I've said to the investors that we want to provide $1 million to Notre Dame to fund research, so the professors can have a research grant to further leverage that technology. The investor wins, the university wins, and I win. Which is always on my plate. Just so you know. So and if that's an angel, God bless me. And it also has an opportunity to create equity income for the university. And we'll talk about that perhaps at another time. But let me just say simply that angel networks benefit the broader community, it benefits the students, it benefits the university, and it benefits the community. Now I have other slides behind this that really talk more about that, but I want to not go there. I want to talk about money. I want to talk about investment, and I want to make it simpler than Jim made it. Okay? And I'm a big believer, because I see a lot of concepts and a lot of great ideas. And I have an expression that I don't know will translate very well, but the expression that I have for everyone in my company who has a great idea or investment, I say, I want to see and hear, I want to hear the cash register ring. Do you know what that means? The old cash register, when ding, 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 ding. Okay? And when I say that, and I want to look them in the eye, and I say, I want you to tell me how long it's going to take okay, because it clarifies thinking. And in terms of this investor group, as we design it, rather than go through those very, very artful slides that I created, I would suggest that we work together with the university and a group here to try and see if we can create a success. Because I'm a believer that success kills cancer. Okay? Success solves all organizational issues. Success solves battles. And in my case, in my experience with you, how I got involved in this, I will tell you very openly. I shared it with someone last night. I guess it was Jeff Burnell who first called me and asked me to make an investment in by the way, just as a little bit of background, I wasn't that closely affiliated with Notre Dame at the time. I always loved the school. My daughter had just started her freshman year, I believe. And so it wasn't as if, I was, Notre Dame for 20 years. And I get a call from a guy, and he says, listen, I had breakfast with you the other day. Remember that? And I said, yeah. I appreciate the free breakfast. He goes, well, would you be interested in investing $500,000 in the project? Not so free. Yeah, not so free. So I kind of looked at the phone, and I thought, well, that's pretty aggressive. And so he said, listen, you got to trust me. Come down. I'll let you talk to this inventor. I'll tell you what we have going. And the reason I want you to do it, I remember his words very clearly. He said, the reason I want you to do it is because if I can get you to do it, you will continue to do it for the next 10 years. And I said, well, let's go look at it. And I didn't invest $500,000. I invested $250,000. But in a matter of a very short period of time, I think 6 weeks, I got a 3 times return. Now that doesn't happen all the time. But it goes to my point, let's find a success real quickly. Now, I gave half of my upside back to the university. Okay? So this guy was happy. Okay? And I've been reinvesting, and I've been making money on these deals from that point in time. Now, I haven't made money on every deal. And how silly of it would it be for me when I don't make money on one deal? I'm in the investment community, and there are what I call pouchers. Does pouching translate from Spanish? Whiners, criers. When they have a bad experience, they cry, they take their cards, and they go home and to their mom. I agree. And so I didn't do that. And the reason I didn't do that, and it goes back to my risk management versus risk avoidance, is I've got now a portfolio of investments with these people. And on balance, they're doing pretty good. And you know what? I can't take a lot of credit. In fact, I can't take virtually any credit for them doing well. What's making them do well is the fact that we have a pool of angels that provide a self-selection and protection. So we all protect each other. And it's different. I know Miguel is an investment banker. It's different than an investment banking concept. And I want you to understand the difference. If you're dealing with an investment banker, that investment banker has an obligation to manage and maximize his portfolio. Okay? That's different than a group of people who are all in the sandbox together. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that everyone in that sandbox has fun. And fun, in this case, makes money. So we look out for each other. And Jim talked about that process of beating up the deal. It's a bloody, ugly mess. Okay? And it's healthy. And I will promise you, I can promise you 2 things. One, I'm not going to say if, because I'm a very confident guy. I'm going to say when we go forward with this concept. I promise you will make money on it. Okay? That's promise number 1. The second promise is, I promise you that you're going to feel a lot more engaged with the university and with your peers than you are right now. Many of you, and this is something I found, many of you may know each other because you're part of the same business community. You go to the same clubs and you have that sort of social interaction. But because you're in different businesses, you oftentimes don't have an opportunity to do business together and work together. This provides you a different sort of level of relationship that you otherwise wouldn't have, and I promise you that will happen. And to the extent it's important to you, my third promise is you're going to make the difference in the lives of a lot of young entrepreneurs. And if that's not a high value proposition for you,